Aurelio, well, you had to grind out this result, but you got the win all the same. What did you make of your side's performance today?
Look, I have to give a lot of compliments to our guys. They were incredible today, especially after this period of 4 games in 2 weeks. And I don't know everyone has had that, but the way we played, we probably expend a lot more energy than most. It was really important. I think overall in the game, we may have lost our way by giving away the ball a lot in that last 20 minutes of that second half, but the majority of front third entries, the majority of all those actions in the front third, we were clearly dominant, just not clean enough.
It looked towards the end of the game, as you were trying to hold out, defend the lead, that the boys were really on their last legs after this busy run. Is that a fair summation?
Yeah, they were on their last legs, and it was difficult, so we tried to change it up a little bit with some fresher legs, but it's difficult also sometimes coming off the bench. But I'm extremely proud of what they have done, not just today, but throughout the course of pre-season, and for us to get to this point, we've done an amazing job, coaching staff, medical staff, everyone. Really good job, and now we just need to recover as quickly as we possibly can, sort of go back to some normality with a game in a week's time, and try to prep as best we can.
It is a bit of a broken record, but a very pleasant broken record for your club. I mean, now 7 games unbeaten with all the adversity you've had to deal with, and as we speak, you're on top of the A-League ladder. Can you just sort of, we're about halfway through the season now, but can you sort of sit back and just appreciate what this club's achieved in the last 7 games?
Well, the moment for us at the moment is very good. It's positive, and I think our leaders here at the club have also tried to keep a lid on it. Leading with Aziz and the other senior boys. We haven't achieved anything. We're in a good moment. We're top of the table for the next couple of hours, more than likely, and we got to come back into work on Monday. If this is the end of the year and we're sitting at the top at the end of the year, and then we've got something to gloat about. But right now we've got nothing to gloat about. What we need to do is recover and come back on Monday, and we're back to work.
Just speaking about injuries, Ben, was there anything in that when Ben came off, or was that cramp?
Benny's got a cork.
Cork.
Yeah, and Harry as well. So just something that happened during the course of the game. So that's all it was.
Are they serious ones initially?
No,
yeah,
I don't think so. Just a cork.
They'll be right. Yeah,
a dead leg.
Yeah. And sorry. And Aziz looked like he was a bit proppy as well. Anything in that either? No.
Probably 33 years of age. He's played almost not every minute, but pretty close to most minutes, and he's aggressive. But they all are. It's absolutely understandable. Especially in a game like today where the heat played a massive factor. I also know it's the same for the opposition, don't get me wrong. But we could have kept a little bit of energy if we were a little bit clever, a little bit smarter, keeping the ball a little bit more, even under pressure. And that's what we've done in the last 3 games, and not so much in this game. So the last, 10 minutes plus 7 minutes of added time, that that was nerve-wracking.
Aurelio, from your previous answer just then, talking about, you haven't accomplished anything yet, I guess, is that going to be one of the new challenges, not just for you, but for guys like Aziz now as well, and some of the older guys in the dressing room to, I guess with a bunch of teenagers, prevent their heads from growing too big? They're teenagers that have just gone top of the league, and you've got to remind them that, what you've done is good, but you haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, correct. And I think we've got the right guys there to do that. And as I said, Aziz has spoken to the players during the course of the week about those sorts of things, and it is absolutely normal to get carried away at some stage. I won a championship at 19 years of age, and I thought, well, this is easy, my first year, and then the next year and the year after you get smashed in the face. It doesn't work like that, and you've always got to come to work. You've always got to sweat. You've got to do all the things to make you very, very, very good on every given day, and that'll be the message. And look, we are super happy at this point in time, absolutely, and we have to enjoy it, because I think that's one thing last year I didn't feel that we've really enjoyed the wins, because it was very robotic. You know, you train, you play, you win, you come in the change room, people are doing recovery, guys are out there doing top-ups, they have something to eat, and then, it's a hug and shake a hand, and then it sort of disappears. What we've instilled this year is a function on the opposite side of the grandstand, so the players can go there for 20 or 30 minutes, have a drink, invite their families and their friends, and it feels more family orientated, and I think that's growing. So things like that are important.
Happier dressing room, because obviously you've spoken a lot about the great pre-season that you had, all the work you've been able to do on the training track, the effort the boys put in during that pre-season, but how much of a role do you think that just a happy dressing room, those sort of camaraderie changes have made to this
I think
squad?
It's a bit of both, Joey, to be honest. When you win, you're happy. When you're not getting the results, you can be cranky, and even sometimes you're not winning, you can still be happy, because you know the work you're doing, you're progressing to get to a certain area. Momentum, winning makes things a lot easier.
And Mazzeo is now looking like he's getting his rewards for his hard effort. And that was a pretty high degree of difficulty, that goal, wasn't it? The header sort of jumping away.
Well, I just turned around to have a chat to Jamo, and I saw Benny running away, and I said, "What the heck happened there?" And then Jamo criticised him because he said, "Oh, he's running backwards. You know, he should have been someone who I don't know who was behind him." So he has an incredible leap, you've probably seen, and if he gets the timing, like he got the timing right tonight, he scored a great goal.
And Steve Yakovic must have considerably unlucky, just did it through the kitchen sink, but just couldn't get that goal in the second half.
Yeah, I thought Steve was excellent tonight. The amount of work he does, he started as a 6, we pushed him up as a 10. The amount of work he does is he keeps going. He's positive. He understands what we're trying to do, especially when he moves from a 6 to a 10 position. He could have had a goal. And Medin also, probably, he wasn't really clean with his chances. So I think probably the game could have been a little bit more comfortable than it was. And then, as I said, at the end, you're sort of battling to keep your head afloat. And at the end, very important 3 points.
During this winning run, Aurelio, given the injuries you've had, I'm guessing you might have had to pare back some of the things that you were planning to do with the squad at the start of the season. Like you've had to play players like Stevie and Nate out of position compared to what you probably envisioned them playing at the start of the season. But does the fact that you keep winning games whilst doing this maybe lead to you to reassess what the best of this team looks like when you are fully fit?
Well, with Stevie we used as a 6 and as an 8, 10 last year anyway, so for him it's not foreign. It's probably not his best position, but he's a guy that the polyvalent guy who like Nate, guy that can do a number of roles, and for me it's important that you can have a couple of players that can do that. Nate can play right back, Nate can play in the midfield, Nate, if we wanted to, can put him on as a right winger. And Steve is a little bit like that as well. So I don't know what's going to happen, because we're going to have to wait till everyone comes back, and slowly things are going to change and things are going to shift. But we just have to wait and see what happens when all these guys come back. And again, it'll be, everyone say Maxi, Lecky, Teals, but they're not. Game fit is completely different. Have a look at Emin Jurakovic tonight. So he hasn't been involved since I've been here at this club. He's made his professional debut tonight. He's had a lot of injuries, stress fractures, hamstring issues. So now we found the right time for him to have some minutes, ideally not in his best position, because he really is one of those classic 8s. And we had to play him on the wing because Harry obviously had the corky and was absolutely fried. So good that he got a couple of minutes and he can continue to grow and get better.
As you mentioned, Emin getting his A-League man debut, already a special moment, but is it a bit of a special moment for you as well, given the memories you shared with his father, like in the Socceroos and the like?
Yeah, it's nice. Completely different players. We wish Emin had a little bit more aggression like his father had, but Emin was a great. Mema was a great player, obviously for club and country, and she had a lot of good moments with him, and nice. I'd say how old we're getting, so it's sort of turning full circle, isn't it? So really, really pleased for him that he's able to get on for 15 or so minutes and complete those minutes. It'll be positive. It'll be give him a lot of confidence as well.
Do you have a text from Mehmet waiting for you or anything?
Sorry?
Do you have a text from Mehmet waiting for you or anything after this?
Not sure. I haven't had a look at my phone. Probably.
And just so, and the timeline for the injured first choice players, it looks like Caputo and Leckie are on track for the MacArthur game. Is that still the plan?
That's still the plan. He had a big session yesterday, lighter today and obviously tomorrow. At this stage, and I just have to check again with the medical department, but it's and the high performance department. Probably him, Max, Tilio should be joining the group on Monday. So, but they'll still be modified and over the next couple of weeks. So we'll just see how it all pans out. But positive, I think the wheel is turning in our favour for those guys coming back. So that's positive, and that'll only add strength for competition. I think that's important.